Morning, Paul. We're here after a tough workout against Staveley Miners Welfare last night. How did you view that game going for you?
No, I was delighted. It was exactly what I thought it would be. It was on a great surface against a team that, similar to what we're going to be coming up against this year. They played at a good tempo and it was a good test for us. But, overall I was delighted that we looked very strong towards the end of the game and, battled it out as we're going to have to do in a lot of games this season.
And the way the game went last night, whereas in sort of the last 20-25 minutes, our players' fitness levels seemed to show better than the Staveley players did. Is that something you're expecting that will carry through into the league season?
Yeah, definitely. It's something, I've spoken to the players about, that, we are classed as a full-time club, so, we should be overrunning teams fitness-wise, and, but it's important that we keep ourselves in games and establish ourselves in games so where we can get that fitness in the last 20 minutes of game. So, everything pre-season, the lads have took on board. It's not about results pre-season. I've been absolutely delighted with how, they've adapted to a different style of play and they've been asked to play a little bit different. And I think they're buying into it now. The spirit is as good as I've known at the football club at the minute.
Right, and the team that we saw starting last night, are we getting closer to seeing your squad for the start of the season, or are you still sort of tinkering and experimenting a little bit?
No, I've always said that, if somebody comes along who will improve us as a squad, then I'd be silly not to bring those in. Obviously, there's still Anton Brown. I speak to him daily. I'm still confident of getting Anton. I know that a few people are questioning whether that will still happen or not. I'm still extremely positive with that. If that doesn't happen, then I've got other things up my sleeve with that. So, there's lots of things that can still happen between now and the first game of the season. I've been involved in football a long time. That I've seen lads come in on the Friday morning before the first game of the season starts. So, never rule anything out. If it's going to improve us, then obviously not to look at it. But we're going the right way at the minute as a football club.
Right, and there was a player who featured last night, who came on as a substitute, a young lad called TJ, who is a lot younger than I thought he was, from Sierra Leone. How has that sort of come about, and how did you get in contact with him?
It was just a phone call out of the blue, mentioning a young boy who had been at boarding school in Uganda. He comes from Sierra Leone originally, and he's been playing college football in Liverpool for the last year. So, he came down, he got involved in one of the youth team games, and, after 15 minutes I liked what I saw, so I thought let's have a look in with the big boys, if you like. So, he did very well when he come on. He's definitely got something. He's only 16, which is, everyone's surprised when you say that with his age. But, the age doesn't matter to me. If he's good enough and he will improve what we've got, then why not throw him in and have a look at him? But, he's got a lot to learn. But, that's a lot of the squad have got a lot to learn, and that's my job to try and help them on the way.
Right, and something, again, for fans to be pleased about was that we saw the return of Ross Durant and Liam Hearn.
Yeah.
Their injuries now, they're sort of looking fit and raring to go then.
Yeah, Ross has been, an absolute credit since he's been at the football club. He's come in, he's worked hard. He's been a bit of a mentor for the other keepers at the football club, and, it was more a precaution thing with Ross. He had an awkward fall, and Ross is very keen to play as much football as he can, but the medical people at the club decided that really he should miss that game at the weekend, which he did, and he did brilliantly last night for us. He gives us a lot of confidence in the back four, and like I've said, the plus points from last night totally outweighed the negatives from it. So I was delighted. Liam obviously played 90 minutes of football. I knew when I brought Liam into the football club we'd have to manage him in pre-season. Again, as long as Liam's fully fit and firing on all cylinders come 13th of August, that's been the plan with him all along. Whether he figures in all the pre-season games or that, I'm not worried about it. It's getting him right for that 13th of August.
Right, and now sort of move attentions on to Saturday and a pre-season friendly again against the Championship side, Derby County, but it's it's going to be their under-21 side. At this stage of pre-season, what do you hope to get out of that game, and what do you think the players will get out of it?
The players are getting a style of play now that I've tried to implement since I come into the football club. We'll carry on to keep doing that. Obviously, Derby will come here, they'll be very technical and look to keep the ball, as a lot of the league clubs that we've come up against have done so far. But it's an important game. Obviously, it's their under-21s, and the club's recognised that, and we've dropped admission prices for that, just as a thank you to the fans for their backing already in pre-season. There's been a lot of home games up, and it obviously comes at a cost. So, we want to integrate the fans back into the club. You know, last year was a difficult season for everybody at the club. So far, the positivity and the vibes that, you know, people that I've spoken to have been absolutely brilliant. So, you know, I can't wait for the first game of the season. I'm sure the fans can't, and you know, the players are raring to go as well. So we're all going the same way, which is nice.
That's great. Cheers. Thanks again for your time, Paul.
Thank you.